And I was telling him, oh, hey, we're live, Mike.
We are live. Welcome to the newest episode of Friday Night Wars. And I'm talking, my bad, guys. Jay Fly came in as a sub for Joe, and he tried to do the whole, there's only one letter off. Just replace the A with an O and give the trophy to Joe. Well, I fought him on that. And you can see it if you go and watch the replay of the Monday Night Football live stream. So, Jay, congratulations on your one trophy. It's the only one you're going to get your entire career. Joe, you get to stay tied up with me, buddy. Let's do this. Let's get into this.
Let's get ready to rumble. Step into the war zone. 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 Friday night war zone. Friday night war zone. Hey yo, it's Phil Flames. I'm with Mike on the mic and Joe Morley. About to bring you more heat. Welcome to the war zone. You can have a floor seat. Watch them on your iPhone. Watch them on your Galaxy. It's a sports debate show. Straight up out of SoCal. Gather around the laptop. Friday nights it goes down. And we on the radio. Coming to your locale. Got into the third round. Better bring the smoke now. Step into the war zone. 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 Friday night war zone. Friday night war zone. Step into the 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 war zone. Friday night war zone. Friday night war zone.
Step into the war zone. I'm hyped.
You're hyped. I'm hyped.
We're all hyped. This is the one. This is the 420 trophies. This is a big game.
No, you know what this is, Mike? This is the week before the week. Before the big week here on Friday Night Wars. This is the calm before the storm. So this is the week I take it easy on you. We talk a little bit. We have some great ones. But you know what next week is? You already know. I'm already looking forward to next week. Raiders, Chargers, Friday Night Wars edition.
Well, are we going to debate, who's better, Justin Herbert or Derek Carr? Because that's not even a conversation.
Oh, we're bringing people. It's going to be we're going to get people. We're going to load it up. Or we're going to have a big old Raider Charger duel. You better be ready
for it. I think it's going to
be ready.
Tony Tucker and Mike on the mic versus Joe Morley and the Max and Juan cast. It's half
you
the
can bring Fernando. You can bring whoever you want.
Oh, we're getting an army going.
We're bringing Mike, I just said this whole screen is going to be full of people. You bring whoever you want.
Let's do it.
Let's call all 6 Charger fans and you get them here.
Let's do it. 6, we'll jump y'all, all 6 of us.
I should be scheduling content right now, but I chose Warzone. And there you go. That's what I'm talking about, James. Do that.
Content scheduling overrated, James. I've been putting it off all day along with you.
I don't know. We're not live on Twitter today. Twitter is now changing over. So Twitter's doing their own live stream, and Periscope and Twitter looks like it went away now.
That sucks.
Yeah. So right when we went live, it put a thing that says Periscope's been deactivated, but don't worry, Twitter's now doing it. So it is what it is. We'll fix it for the next show.
We'll figure it out. We're here on YouTube. Hopefully everyone shows up to the YouTube channel. Or maybe they're like, where's Friday Night Wars? Well, let's go check the YouTube channel. You also could be watching the replay right now. If you're watching the replay, go ahead and drop down the comments. We're going to count your votes. You don't have to be here for the live chat to vote. It's just like we used to do Friday Night Wars pre-recorded. Remember, Joe? And everyone would vote in the comments. There was some weeks where it's 50 comments deep. Everyone's going to war in the comments.
Yeah. Let's see. What's Snakey say? I need the 49ers to lose. So do you guys think that the Packers have real six? Hello?
Yeah.
Jakey the Snakey, you need to follow me on Instagram because I just put my post up. My game of the week is the 49ers and the Packers, and I'm taking the cheese heads.
That's right. We're dancing together, agreeing on stuff. I'm sure that's the way the rest of the show is going to go.
Yeah, and that's exactly not how it's going to go with this first one. You already know that. I'm ready when you're ready, Mike.
Yeah, we got 3 loaded topics for y'all. Before we get into them, please smash the like button real quick if you're watching this. Replay or live, doesn't matter. It helps out a ton in the algorithm that we're fighting every single day. And subscribe if you're not already subscribed with notifications on. We're going to be debating whether or not Derek Carr has officially moved into the top 10 in the QB rankings. We are, Warzone Sports with 2 S's. Warzone Sports with 2 S's, Jakey, the snake.
No. He's asking what my IG is, and it's right here, Joe Morley Sports.
Oh yeah, our IGs are in the corners. Oh, other over here. Yeah. Oh, no, it's here. Anyways, Derek Carr, top 10 QB. We're talking about Sam Darnold, whether his career is saved. Pessimist Mike is gonna shit on Joe Morley's parade, and then we're gonna debate Rams versus Buccaneers. You ready, Joe?
I'm ready. I'm also first or last.
Go first on this first topic.
Because you ain't first, you're last, so it's all good.
Exactly. Anyways, thanks for tuning in, everyone. Get bumped. This is officially the debate. I'm in the same location, just a different HD camera now that kind of sucks, honestly, but we're working with it. Let's officially go to war.
Is it time to start ranking Derek Carr in the top 10?
I take it you're a little nervous, huh, Mike? Because you got to talk about the great Derek Carr, 30 years old. We should have been talking about this a long time ago. Finally, all these Raider haters, that's what I'm calling them. All these Raider haters are finally realizing, oh, you know what? Derek Carr's not that bad. Derek Carr's actually pretty good. This is the same energy you should have had a long time ago, but you were blinded by your Raider hater or Raider haterness. You were drinking that haterade or whatever it is. Derek Carr, since his MVP year, since he got hurt in 2016, right? He was third or second in the MVP of that year. When it was going to the playoffs, got hurt. The next year, he was a little timid. But since 2018, the dude has done nothing but throw for over 68 and complete 68% of his passes or more. In 2019, 70% in a whole season, Mike. 70%. He's thrown 4,000 yards for the last 4 years. He's not throwing interceptions. Last year, he threw 9 interceptions, Mike. 9. This guy has 20, what is it? 24 game fourth quarter comebacks. Derek Carr does. Derek Carr. Now, I'm kind of iffy on that, and I'm going to give you that too, because Derek Carr and the comebacks could be a part of a crappy team. But Derek Carr has never had a freaking defense. In the years that he's been with the Raiders, every defense has been 25th or worse. This year, now all of a sudden he has a little bit of defense, and people are like, damn, Derek Carr's a good quarterback. Yes, because he doesn't have to carry the team as much. He actually can put points on the board, and they stay on the board, and they actually mean something. Derek Carr is making the big plays. You know what? The league's on notice now, 2 games into the season. Don't blitz Derek Carr because he'll make you pay. And Henry Ruggs will just run right into the touchdown. Derek Carr is a top 10 quarterback. He's right at the end of the top 10. I'm not saying he's all the way at the top. He's not the elite quarterback. He's a great quarterback, a serviceable quarterback, and he's going to get the Raiders to the playoffs. Yeah.
I love all those stats. And I'll give you this. Derek Carr's playing really good this year. Derek Carr's an above-average quarterback in the NFL throughout his entire career. It's a borderline good quarterback. But there is times where I want to see a little bit more out of the guy, and I think the rest of his critics say kind of the same stuff. But is he eligible to be started to be ranked in the top 10? I'm going to go with a big no. Please don't start this, guys. 2 great games to start 2021, and I'll give him that. The Raiders surprised me in both of these games to start 2021. But to talk about tear-jumping people after 2 games, I mean, that's a little bit crazy. Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, Josh Allen, Kyler Murray, Lamar Jackson, Deshaun Watson, Dak Prescott, Matthew Stafford. There's 10 off the top of my head, not the notes that I'm reading, that I would not put a Carr over already without even having a debate about Herbert or having to debate him versus Baker or Kirk Cousins or Ryan Tannehill. Those are all different conversations that we could have. But that's your like 12 to 15, 12 to 17 rankings. That's a whole different tier than the top 10 quarterbacks in this league. With these guys, with these guys like Baker, Kirk, Ryan, Tannehill, Herbert, and Burrow, even if you want to throw them in there, that's kind of Carr's sweet spot. Maybe at the upper part of that tier, but that's kind of his sweet spot until I see this level of play that he's putting up right now all year long. This is where he belongs. Not top 10 because of 2 great games. If that's the case, let's throw Sam Darnold in the conversation for top 10 also. He's played 3 really good games so far this year. Holy cow.
Sam the GOAT.
We're going to talk about Sam
the GOAT.
That guy, yeah.
Mike, it's okay. Admit it. Go ahead. Let the Raider love out. It's all right. You're going to be okay. It's going to be okay to say that. I like Justin Herbert, and I'll admit it. Justin Herbert's a great quarterback. He's a good quarterback. Go ahead. Let your hatred for the Raider Nation out and just admit it that Derek Carr is a good quarterback.
Yeah, he's a good quarterback. He's not top 10.
Derek Carr
Quarterbacks
is a
aren't in the
top 10 quarterback.
No. Are you going to argue me that he's better than Matthew Stafford? Because that's the edge of top 10 right there. He's got to beat Stafford. And then now we got to talk about Kyler or Lamar and all those guys. But
this guy put Baker Mayfield up in his
see
top
that?
4.
Look at that. Baker Mayfield gets into the top 4. Derek Carr doesn't even get into the top 10 if Baker Mayfield's in the top 10.
Yeah, that's crazy. It is what it is. It's your perspective. I think Derek Carr has done it. I give Derek Carr the nod over some of the guys like Justin Herbert and stuff. I like Justin Herbert. I'm not knocking him, but I want to see more of him. Derek Carr has done it for years. He's doing it. He's been doing it. He's proven. I like it.
And
it's not just because
he's always been like the third best quarterback in the division, let alone the top 10 quarterback in the league. That's kind of been his spot. He plays above average and good football. And when the Raiders' weapons around him do well and get open, he can get the ball to him. I'm not saying he's a bad game manager or anything like that. It just seems like he doesn't elevate his play when it needs to be elevated like these top 10 quarterbacks do. And like I said, the only one I think we could fight about at the edge of top 10 is Matthew Stafford, but that's because he's been in Detroit. Like they haven't done anything meaningful in Detroit, similar to Derek Carr's career of not doing anything meaningful. But like when Peyton Manning and them were there, the Raiders, the Chargers, the Chiefs, they all got dominated because we didn't have the quarterbacks to compete. And now the Chiefs are doing it to us because we don't got the quarterbacks to compete. Don't go and tell me your guys' one victory is something to be awesome about from last year because it's one victory. It doesn't matter because you guys didn't make the playoffs. The Chargers didn't make the playoffs. We don't have the quarterbacks to compete with these guys because they have a top 10 quarterback and we don't. It's facts.
Baker isn't better than Lamar. He could be.
No,
it's your opinion. It's your opinion.
It's a bad opinion.
You going by arm strength? You going by overall? It depends on how you're ranking them. Depends on how you rank them.
I like Lamar better in everything.
Yeah, of course you would. You know who Lamar got an L to this year?
Oh, my God.
Derek Carr and them Raiders.
The worst game of all time, in my opinion.
Anyways, I won this round. Go ahead and put Joe down in the comments. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe
Drop Mike
button.
down in the comments.
And let's move on.
All right, let's move on to the next topic. I didn't want to talk about the Raiders for too long anyways.
Is Sam Darnold's career saved?
Oh, is this me? Am I talking about Samuel? Huh?
I can go. Again, like I said with Derek Carr, it's too early to tell. We're 3 weeks into an 18-week long season, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, this is the same QB who, minus the last 3 weeks of his career, was awful in New York. I get the team was terrible, but teams have been terrible in Arizona. Kyler still balled. Teams have been terrible in LA. Herbert still balled. Teams have been terrible in Houston. Their quarterback, who I don't want to say his name, still balled. By the way, if you consider him in your top 10 rankings, that puts Derek Carr down to 11 being his best possible spot, or 12. But anyways, Sam Darnold was taken second overall in 2018, and to this day, he's one of the worst QBs in that entire QB class that year. If Sam Darnold does this all year, I'll be ready to consider his career being saved. I won't even be ready to say it still after an entire season of this. Is it likely that he's going to do that all year? No, especially with all the injuries starting to pile up in Carolina for the Panthers. If Sam Darnold's career is saved after these 3 games, then this must be a new show that I'm on right now. It's no longer Friday Night Wars. It's Overreaction Friday Night Wars.
Yes, it's always been Overreaction Friday Night Wars. That's what any topic in sports is. We overreact every day in sports. Sam Darnold is 3-0 with the Carolina Panthers, Mike. He's throwing 68% of completing 68% of his passes. You know what he did with the Jets? 60%. He 16-25 with the Jets. He's now 3-0. 3-0. He has 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. 800 and 88 yards, which now puts him, before Derek Carr plays this weekend, he now puts him as the number one with the most yards in the NFL this season. You can't deny what Sam Darnold's doing. Adam Gase is gone. We all can now admit that Adam Gase should never have an NFL job again. Sam Darnold has revived his career. He's done enough to save his career. If Sam Darnold would have came to the Panthers and they would have dropped out of the games and they would have dropped these last 3 games, and especially if they would have lost to the Jets in week 1, he probably would have been out of his job already. PJ Walker would have been on that field. And everybody would talk about Sam Darnold being done at the end of this year. He probably wouldn't have got another chance. I'm telling you that right now. I'm being honest with you. This right here, going 3-0, doing what he's doing, he's actually doing his progression. If you watched him, he's looking. And last night, he proved, for 3 quarters, he could do it without CMC. Sam Darnold is back. His career is saved, and he's going to have a great couple of years. How about that?
I don't think I'm too excited about a former second overall pick beating the Texans and the Jets in the first 3 games of the year. I mean, I'm not that excited about it, especially on a team where their offense has Christian McCaffrey, Robbie Anderson, and DJ Moore to throw to, which also explains the high completion percentage. A lot of these passes are just going to the running backs out in the flats. I mean, that's a completion percentage thing. And then as far as the yards go, I mean, isn't your co-host on the Raiders Allegiance show always saying that yards are overrated? Because yards are overrated. I mean, they're getting boosted by these receivers. I'm not trying to sit here and say that Sam Darnold isn't better than he was in New York. He is better than he was in New York. But I'm not ready to say that his career is changed or altered or saved, or he's going to be a top 10 quarterback or take the Panthers anywhere until I see this consistently for an entire season and maybe 2, to be honest, because he had the turnover bug and he had the turnover bug bad. And I know that he's got a couple fumbles this year. He has the 1 interception. So it's not like that's just completely disappeared. Mike, it's just being hidden by the talent on the team right now, which is not going to be there next week. So we'll see how he does next week.
That's not the question.
The question is
read the question, Mike. Read the question.
What?
Is Sam Darnold's career saved?
Is it saved? So you said you want to see him in the next couple of years. You want to see how good he does the next couple of years. Well, guess what? He wouldn't have had the next couple of years. He wouldn't get 2 or 3 more shots after this if he didn't go 3-0 this year. If he would have went 0-3 or 1-2, and he would have made some more picks, his career would be done.
Here's my question. If Josh Rosen, drafted in the same draft class, in the same round, 10 picks apart from Sam Darnold, if Josh Rosen got picked up by the Panthers instead of Sam Darnold and won these 3 games, will we be saying his career is saved? We say we want to see more first, right? We wouldn't believe our eyes. Sam Darnold was that bad in New York. I don't believe my eyes on how well he's playing already as it is. So I need to see the consistency. It says, is his career saved? It's not saved. His career is not saved. He could be out this year still. He could be out next year still. And he ends his career in a 6-year career. That's not saving his career.
People now believe
is like what happened in Cleveland with Baker. That turnaround saved his career.
See, that's different though, Mike. People now believe in Sam Darnold. They actually think, with, like Tony said, like he just said in the comments, with great coaching, with good staff around him, they actually believe he can lead them somewhere. At the end of last year, nobody believed Sam Darnold was going anywhere. Alex Robinson was saying he might have been out of the NFL. That's how bad he played. This saved his career. This saved his career. Put it on the board.
His career is not saved. His career is not saved because of 3 good games. That doesn't make any sense. He needs to do this until he's been in the league for 5 years on this team doing this. Then I'll say, okay, maybe his career got saved by that move to Carolina. But I have a sneaky suspicion that when they play playoff caliber defenses, that turnover bug is all of a sudden going to show its ugly head again.
You know what?
And then we're all going to be like, same old Sam Darnold. We knew that it was all false and it was just an easy schedule, and everyone's going to be like that.
You know what's sad is you pick these topics.
I did.
I'm just coming in and just mopping the floor with you.
I don't think so. No, I don't.
Yes.
Think so.
Sam Darnold has been consistently overrated, and that hasn't changed in your mind. But you know what hasn't changed in you either? the Jets still having a crappy quarterback.
Well, now you're just roasting people. All right, let's just move on to the next round. All right,
Alex is not going to vote for me anyway. So
do you guys think that Sam Darnold's career is saved because they've won 3 games, 2 of them against 2 of the worst teams in the league? I mean, they would have won these games with Teddy Bridgewater. They would be 3-0 with Teddy Bridgewater. I have no doubt in my mind. They would be 3-0 with Teddy Bridgewater. Anyways.
Oh, Mike left. So it's just me all by myself because Mike clicked on the wrong thing probably. And now I'm looking like this. So I'm waiting for Mike to get back.
You just kicked me out?
You kicked yourself out.
It just popped me out. I was about to hit the button for the next round and it just kicked me out.
Whatever.
This is a conspiracy. We're going to have to investigate this. Anyways,
let me guess. The referees did that too?
It was probably the refs. It was probably the refs. They threw a flag and they said, get this guy out of here. He's yelling too much. Anyways, let's move on to the final round. This one is game of the year potential. So we'll talk about it right now. Joe, I'll let you go first in this one.
Who is winning this weekend, Rams or Bucks?
I told you Alex wasn't going to vote for me anyway. Let me tell you who's winning this weekend. It's real simple. This team already has the ring. This team has Tom Brady on their side. Look, do I think both of these teams are basically alike? Yes. Yes. But the Jameis Winston Tampa Bay Bucks a couple of years ago went into LA and put up 55 points on this so-called great defense in LA. 55 points, Mike. And now they got Tom Brady and the stacked and Godwin and Antonio Brown. He's playing this week, no matter what you say about the COVID stuff. He's playing. Gronk, a great offensive line. They still got a running game. The Tampa Bay defense is beatable, but you ain't stopping it with that ugly offensive line in Los Angeles. Matthew Stafford, your Detroit days are going to flash right back in your eyes this weekend when Tampa Bay and Ndamukong Suh and the rest of this defense is coming right at you. And Tom Brady's going to shred that secondary. Mike, you and I just went to the training camp, and we've been talking about it, and we said the Rams secondary is garbage. Outside of Jalen Ramsey, it's garbage, and you know that. They've been getting shredded. They should have got shredded by the Bears if the Bears are smart enough to play Justin Fields that first game. And then last week, I forget who they played. I'm drawing a blank, but they were getting drove up and down the field by Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz went up and down the field on him. So Tom Brady's going to shred that defense. Tom Brady and the Bucks, boop, boop, put it on the board.
I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the Bears didn't even score 20 points, and the Colts only scored 24 points, which in the NFL is very low nowadays. So I wouldn't call their defense getting shredded. I think their defense is actually giving up one of the least amount of points per game so far this year in the league. But I will agree with you that this game is tight, Joe Morley. So unlike the other two arguments, I see a little bit of a debate here. However, you're taking the Bucks. I'm taking the Los Angeles Rams. You can call me a biased fan as an LA sports fanatic in general, but the Rams are playing some amazing football right now. We must be watching different games because from the tape I've watched, Matthew Stafford is everything that Sean McVay has ever dreamed of having on this team. He manages the game with the best of them. He's shown that he's ready to be clutch in the close games like we saw last week against Indianapolis. He can stretch the downfield. He can stretch the field downfield to Jefferson and to Jackson, but still be elite in the short to intermediate game with Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods. Stafford is everything the Rams wanted Jared Goff to be over the past few years. You pair that with this still very much still top 5 defense in the league, things look scary, and the Los Angeles Rams and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers probably have the 2 most complete teams in the league right now if we actually sit down and look at it. Now, it'll be a completely different story come playoff time. I think that's tough for the Rams to travel into Tampa, assuming that the Buccaneers win their division and get a higher seed if that potential game is played in Tampa. But with the Bucs having to travel across the country, play the Rams here in Los Angeles, in our backyard, in the Chargers and Rams backyard. I didn't want to say that Rams house bullcrap that y'all be saying, Rams fans. With this Rams offense clicking the way it is, the defense doing their job, I'm taking the Rams in a thriller. Joe, here's my prediction. 32-31, Rams win on a 2-point conversion at the end of the game. Book it and put it on my board.
What board? You got a board now? You're stealing my stuff now? Is that how we're gonna do it?
Stealer. They call me the catchphrase vulture. It's my nickname.
It's cool because I stole it from the Chicago White Sox guy, so it don't matter.
Wow.
Same old sports said, speak it on. Look, you know who's going to have a great game this weekend?
Who?
Ronald Jones. Mike, I don't know if
Should
you've
I put
seen
him
it.
in?
Yes, you should. I don't know if you've seen Aaron Donald has been good, but he's been missing. He's been a little bit off this year. It's been just a little tad off this year. He's not. The Rams are going to get a rude awakening this weekend, and all their fans. I'm just letting you know. Mike turning in to Jay.
What's he talking about? I haven't spent a lot of time on these streams with Jay, so.
Oh, I know why you're rooting for the Rams. It's the only team that wins in SoFi. The only good LA team.
Wow,
That's what it
so
is.
Funny. Ha 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 ha. Everyone laugh in the comments section. How do I give up on the Chargers? This is the Rams versus Buccaneers debate. I'm taking the Chargers to beat the Chiefs this weekend. I ain't give up on the Chargers.
See, so I got to laugh out there.
There you go. But
I don't know. Like I told you, I'm not sold on it. I don't think Matthew Stafford is ready for this kind of game yet. I'm not. This is what they brought him over for, is big games like this. It's still only week 3, but I think the Rams have a lot of learning to do, a lot of catching up to do. He still has to find Robert Woods a little bit more. That defense still has to shore up, like I said. I'm not saying the Bucs defense is good at any point. The Rams are going to put up some points. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. But at the end of the day, Tom Brady is Tom Brady, and he's going to win this game.
I mean, we will see. I think that they're up for the challenge. I feel like the Bears were a test, and they beat the Bears like they should have. And the Colts were another step up of a test, a little bit more of a complete football team, a little better on offense than the Bears were. And they took care of business there. Yeah, it was a tight game. The Colts have a good defense. If you come out of Indianapolis, on the road against the Colts with a win, you're happy about it. I mean, if my team did that, I'd be very happy about it. So I feel like the Bucs are the next step up. I feel like they are ready. And I've been watching a ton of Rams tape just because I love their offense. I did the film study on Cooper Kupp this week. If you guys want to check it out, it's on the channel right now. And I'm loving how much it's clicking. I expected it to be a slow start for them offensively, but it really is clicking. I know they didn't put up a ton of points on the Colts, but when they ran their money plays, they worked. So I expect them to come out and give the Bucs a real run for their money. And I think that end of the game, Stafford drives down and gets the game-winning score with little time left on the clock. Better not leave a minute, though, because if you leave more than a minute, you're screwed with Tom Brady getting the ball back.
Yeah, what he said. Either way, Buccaneers are winning.
We will see. We will see. Are we going to give this round to whichever team wins, or are we going to give it to the votes? Because we keep going back and forth with this. Jay was talking about it on the stream, and I was like, we don't go by the way we should do it on who's right.
Well, put it in. Hey, there's how many people in here? Go ahead. Put who won.
Bucs,
Me or
Rams.
Mike? Who do you think won?
Yeah, me or Joe.
They already know. They're going to tell you right now. Joe. But whoever wins this game, the Rams or the Bucs, you get 5 extra votes. I'll agree to that.
So whoever gets this right wins, because that every single voting comes down to 5 votes. I don't think we've ever had one that's been like a complete blowout. Look at this, Mike. They're all voting for Mike in the chat.
That's one guy. Anyways,
Alex picked me too, so that's 2-1. Same old sports picked you, and Fel K, a fan of yours, picked me. So that says something right there.
Look at Alex trying to come on our show.
Easy, yeah.
Come on our show and promote his show.
I'm not against it, Alex. If you keep voting for me, you can promote every show you want. Throw
I'm
up the Alex
because of this.
Put the link in there. Put the link in the chat to your podcast, the Robson Sportscast.
Man, I wish I would have put that video up here today. I was gonna bring a video of a security guard. A guy jumps over the fence, starts running on the baseball field. The security guard knocks him out, and I was gonna be like, Mike, this is what I'm gonna do to you. I wish I would have done it, but I was trying to be nice to you today.
I'll take it.
I'm nice to Mike now after he turned to be a Cowboy fan. Yes, Mike is a big Cowboy fan.
I'll take it. It wasn't a turn, Felke. This has been a thing since me and Joe have been on this show. I think we did Cowboys arguments about Dak's contract last year, and I was yelling, just like I did today about Derek Carr and Sam Darnold, that Dak deserves his damn money. And guess what happened? He got it.
Anyways, put it on the board. You guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button.
I already
Vote for me in the comment section. We're here every Friday night. Next week, like I said, next week, big week. Chargers, Raiders, going to be on Monday night. So Friday, of course, I'm bringing the Army with me. We're bringing the Raider Nation. I'm going to bring some people on here. Might get his people. We're going to just have a good old-fashioned debate.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at that, Mike.
Cowboys
Your own co-host turned on you.
What does the Cowboys have anything to do with this? We aren't even talking about the Cowboys right now. So we're tied. So it looks like the Buccaneers Rams
must be damn because jelly don't shake like this or whatever it is.
Looks like the Buccaneers versus Rams game is going to break the tie. Whoever wins that game is going to take this week's episode of Friday Night Wars. So thanks for tuning in, guys. We appreciate you. If you want some of the merch like this one right here, Warzone Sports Network t-shirts. There's other varieties of t-shirts. Head to www.warzonesportsnetwork.com. Once again, www.warzonesportsnetwork.com. Pretty simple. There's also bonus content, blogs, links to all our social media and everything on that website. So make sure you go check it out. Smash the like button. Helps out a ton in the algorithm. Like I said in the beginning of the show, we're trying to fight this thing. That's my life battle is versus algorithms all day. So help me out by hitting the like button. Joe, you got any last words before I give them some advice?
How about them Raiders?
I cannot take the Raiders winning anymore. I really hope y'all lose to Miami, so that really gives us a lot of ammunition to throw at this debate next Friday night. I really do. But anyways, we didn't even play the Chargers yet. I'm seeing some comments here. Oh, okay, I see. He's talking about Sam Darnold still. Anyways,
guys, this is the most important thing. Tomorrow, Speakeasy. Join my homie Tony Tucker, Speakeasy, Fantasy Football Speakeasy. But Sunday morning, Fantasy Football Wake Up Call. That's the show that you need to be on there because we give you the best advice. We've been pretty damn good the last couple of weeks, and we're going to hopefully continue it up. But that's where we're going to give you the last few seconds advice and everything like that. So if you have Deontay Johnson of the Pittsburgh Steelers in your lineup, get him on out of there. That's it.
Hey, man, I can make sure you don't miss the wake-up call. Go to your phone right now, set your alarm for 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time Sunday morning, and label it Warzone Wake-Up Call because that alarm's going to wake you up, and then we are going to wake you up right here on the show. It's going to be great. And the other piece of advice that I have for you guys is that you never know when you're talking sports or you end up in a sports debate when you're going to have to go to war.
Let's get ready to rumble. Step into the war zone. Step into the war zone. Step into the war zone. Step into the war zone.